evening everyone, or good morning depending on where you are in the world. Today's video I wanted to really share with you a quick hack which will help you become the person and the moderate eater that you wish to have in your life, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. So basically, I am a food addictions therapist, an RTT, rapid transformational therapy, and I specialize in any disordered eating. And this is my daughter, just like video bombed me there. So I help women all around the world to overcome binge eating or food addictions using hypnosis so that they can stop these destructive eating behaviors as fast as possible. And usually it only takes from one session and rarely over 3. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you a small mind hack that will basically what I call priming your subconscious mind using the conscious mind. And in today's video I wanted to share with you the reasons why that many people, not just women, fail to achieve their weight loss goals, or to stop binge eating or food addictions, or when they want to change something like bad eating behaviors, that they struggle to maintain it. So most of the time they go on these wonderful diets that's like on these markets, and I'm saying wonderful in a kind of sarcastic way. This diets is really just marketing. It is there to make money, to make take advantage of people's vulnerability because of the modern day life that we have for fast eating. It's not just fast eating, it's just a fast lifestyle where we're trying to do so many things. And the old times where we sat down with family having a proper meal, you know, throughout the day has gone out the window, and in its place it's replaced with food on the go. Get a bag, you know, of dinner in a paper bag and you eat it on the go. Snacks are in plastic packets or in boxes now. You know, like things, eating at a dinner table is very rare, and more often than not eating comes down to sat down in front of the TV. So eating has kind of lost its magic, really. A time when people used to sit down and have conversations, sharing what they've been doing throughout the day. All that's gone is replaced with, like, you know, what's reality TV on TV, maybe watching the news about what's going on with the COVID or whatever, and just mindless eating. And unfortunately, majority of people are also using food as a kind of medicine to make them feel good, to solve problems that they can't cope with. In other terms, using it as a coping mechanism. So if you are wanting to be a non-binger, or if you want to stop having addictions to food, the reality is you have to face the fact that if you want to stick to the person that you imagine to be, it's not going to be like until a couple months, 2 months down the line, and then you decide to yourself, okay, once I've become that, I'll just go back to what I was doing before. Because if you think about it logically, if you go back to what you were doing before, you end up being back to that person that you didn't want to be before. So, and the thing is, when it comes to your eating behaviors, like things with like food addictions or binge eating, that it's not like a black and white thing. It's not like, you know, like drawing, for example. You go to art classes and you learn how to draw an egg and then you build up on it, and that there's a lot of this is also connected to our subconscious mind, of what we've been developing from as young as babies, because this is a skill. Eating is a skill that we've developed since we were born. So it is not going to be as easy as riding a bike, for example, like I said before, because it is a lifetime of habits that you've learned. And all I'm saying is that if you do want to seriously stop the binging, seriously stop the food addictions, seriously want to become healthier, seriously want to lose the weight, there has to be an acceptance that this is going to be your life. It's not going to be just a short-term thing, 6 weeks, this 6 weeks, because it has been proven that 97% of diets fail. And most often people who diet end up putting more weight than they actually, were in the first place before they started dieting. So the science is there. And when it starts failing you again and again and again, you have to start questioning, why is this? And the reason is because we expect it to be a short-term thing. And yeah, of course, maybe once you have got rid of that eating habit of going to these foods or these products that are really destroying your health and destroying your emotions, because it really plays havoc. It's not just your body, it starts turning up. Your mentality, your emotional mentality gets affected by it, because you're used to using food to answer problems. But I tell you what, we are amazing creatures. We are born with an amazing brain and amazing problem-solving brains. And unfortunately, when we go to things like food, it's no different to taking drugs. It really, really numbs our capacity to create answers that are sometimes really amazing when you allow yourself to feel the pain, because beyond the pain is usually an epiphany of answers. Why there is so many contradicting things out there when it comes to weight loss is, one, because mainly most of them is marketing. They are taking advantage with a lifelong behavior that we have, and plus because of our biological makeup. And two, it's not as easy as like I said, learning a bike. It is very, very much a reconditioning of our minds. And the problem is we are all running on the unconscious. 95% of our actions are driven by the subconscious mind. So if you think about that, 5% of you who wants to be healthy, who wants to stay on the diet, and who wants to not stay on the diet, but you want to do something to solve whatever problem you have. On a conscious level, you've got your 5% fighting from 95% of your subconscious mind, which means that you don't really have a chance in hell to try and change a habit that is really deep down in that subconscious mind. So the only way that you can do that is by convincing your subconscious mind what you are doing is really to stay for good, that you really mean it. And there's two ways that you can do that. You can do it on the conscious level, so you can make the changes, but it does mean changing it through habit. So habit forming. So that means all the things that you've heard of people like saying, do your journaling, do your affirmations. I hope you can still hear me with the church bells behind me. All those little tips that people share with you to try and help you with your mindset is because changing a lifelong habit starts from the mind. So if you're trying to change something on a conscious level, like trying to be abstinent to foods that really hurt you, or stop food addictions, or binging, it has to start from the mind. Because if your subconscious mind does not agree with what you want to do on a conscious level, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. And I don't believe that you could ever be free like I am unless you change your mind. I've seen people being in recovery, no joke, for 20 years and still relapse because they're just going robotically, being abstinent to food, but they're not really changing up here. They're not really changing the mindset. So my first tip today to help you change your unconscious mind so that all the things that you're doing on the conscious level will permeate into the subconscious mind so that you can be free from food addictions and binging for good, is by doing one small thing at a time and doing that consistently, mastering that one small thing. And then once you master that one small thing, add another little thing, add another little thing, add another little thing. And once you become adding these small little tiny things together, they compound together. And guess what? By the end of it, you would have become the person that you want to be. And tonight, I'm not going to let you guess what you can do for the first thing. I am going to share with you one of the most simple things that you can do right now. And it's basically changing your body position, because most of the time when we go for food and when we go for binging is because we're feeling stressed, we're feeling anxious, and we're feeling some sort of negative emotion. So it only makes sense that if you help yourself to be a happier, more grateful, more loving, more positive person, that you're less likely to binge. You're less likely to go for food because you are not going to feel those feelings that usually trigger you off on a binge. So tonight's tip is to change your body position, because it is being scientifically proven by just changing your body position from slouching like this to pushing your shoulders back, sit up, take deep breath, and smiling like that. I know it might be really, really, really trivial, but notice when you feel sad or if you see someone's depressed, their body position is usually shoulders are slumped. They're kind of closing their eyes, they're looking down. And when you have that body position, it's almost like an anchor with your mind that that position of your body is related to depression, feeling of tiredness, feeling of drain, feeling of negativity. But as soon as you put your shoulders back and stand up straight, make yourself as big as you can, like that, it really, really changes your mood straight away. So I invite you to do that as much as you can throughout the day, because it's like a little happy tip that you can do when you're feeling stress straight away. And I've done it so many times, especially it's really good when you for motivation, and I'll do another video for motivation, when you're feeling like you can't be bothered to do something. Just changing your body position. Observe your body positions throughout your day and see whether you're slumped. See how your body position is like, and if it is like slightly slumped, change it. And there you go. All right, so I hope there is something in there that made you have some food for thought, pardon the pun, and I will be back as soon as I can with the next tip to help you prime your unconscious mind so that quitting foods that hurt your body, stopping the binges, will not be an endless fight anymore. In the end, you'll sound as cheesy it may be, you'll end up loving yourself to recovery, loving yourself to not want to destroy your body, loving yourself to the ideal body and mind that you've always wanted and so truly deserve. So on that note, I hope you all have a lovely evening and take care. Mwah. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.